Hello, welcome back to school. We are in a conference room or something. Yeah. I want to go through and show you guys what I've been working on in the sense of musical preparation. Looking at the time, it's about 5. Oh gosh, is there a clock around here? I think. No, I thought there's a clock. Never mind. It's almost 5:30. I have choir today at 6. So I won't be here that long. But when I woke up and after I did all that reading and arithmetic stuff, I worked on some musical stuff, not applicational stuff, but more or less preparation stuff. These are the 2 pieces I'm working on. I don't know if I've ever actually formally talked about this. This is 2 challenge pieces that we were talking about earlier. This is a Kramer etude. I played this a long time ago. It's in E flat minor. And this is for piano. It'd be interesting to see how this would work on organ. The other one is the toccata for organ. This is by Pachelbel. This is in G minor, and it sounds like there's a couple of them in G minor. This one is really hard to find on YouTube because there's another one that's more popular. Yeah. So these are pieces I will be working on. So they're going to stay on the clipboard so I can have quick access to them when I work on them. This is an extra binder from when I bought binders for another project. I had, I think, 2 left over. And I thought, well, you could always use binders. So that's what we have here. I found a bunch of sheet protectors. I just actually donated a couple ones that I couldn't use to the church library office here, so they can make good use of those. But these ones I can use. They're not as dark, if that makes sense. I could see things more easily. But basically this first section is a bunch of finger stuff and foot stuff. Different, what I would consider manipulations. Pedal things. I haven't done this in forever. I gotta wait till my foot is really solid before I can start working on that again. And then a whole bunch of pages of scale type stuff. Somewhere here there's different, I guess, practice things with them. These were taken from old method books. So they've got a couple of those. I don't know. Well, these are wrist things for octaves. And then I think the last thing in here are the arpeggios. Yeah, so that's just there if I ever get the, ooh, let me do some fun stuff. I think I actually did go through this at one point a long time ago, just for something fun to do. This is a piece eventually I'd like to learn. It's just a little short ditty. Bis du bei mir. And then this is, all of the rest of this is organ music that I would say is still in progress, or stuff that has been finished. This is the Ave Maria. Let's see, this is the Bach it off. I had all this stuff in a folder, and the folder is just not holding up. So, and this is the Prelude and Fugue. This way things will kind of stay protected until I start working on them again. This is the Bach prelude. In C, I should learn the fugue. These are copies of the Orgelstück in F, and the Orgelstück in B minor, and somewhere in here is the Orgelstück in B flat major that I never learned. These are all the pages, learning copies for that. I thought I had an extra copy of this one, but I can't seem to find it. And that's pretty much where my repertoire ends for the organ. So this will just be filled up with music, and it will basically be a place to keep music, and I can refer to it and kind of look at it as oh, I remember playing this piece, reviewing it and that thing. So this will be just kept in the bench. I'll make a title, say Kristen's organ music or something. But yeah, this is what I'm going to work on right now. I'm going to, by way of preparation for tomorrow or the rest of the week, because yeah, I'm going to try to go through and figure out what these chords are, at least for this hand. That's going to be the more important one. I'm just going to do the first 4 bars, so we'll see what happens. First, I need to pull this out. A chord, for those who don't know, are basically notes that are stacked on top of each other. And they are played simultaneously. Let me find an example. Nope, that is not an example. This is not an example. Okay, here. List wrote a couple. This is a chord. This is a chord. This is a chord. This is not a chord. This is called a dyad. These specifically, the ones with 3 notes, are called triads, but in general, they are the first branch of chords. I don't know why dyads don't count as chords, but yeah. So basically, you stack notes on top of each other like cheeseburgers and stuff, and they are played together and they make pretty sounds. Something like this, if we have a bunch of notes here, it's much easier to take all these notes and essentially stack them up on top of each other. This way, you can actually see the notes as a group and not as a linear. This is a learning practice. So if I'm taking this first section here, I'm going to zoom in. This first note here is a B flat, based off this key signature. That is your B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. That's how that all works. So we have this note is your B flat, and then your G flat, and then your E flat. These 3 notes would be an E flat minor chord. This note down here, this B flat, is just a doubling of this top note, so we don't count this. And these notes are repeating of these two notes here. So pretty much we just look at the first three notes, and that tells us what this opening chord is. So we can write, for simplicity's sake, we can write in E flat. And I use the lowercase to indicate that it's a minor. There's more formal way of indicating that, but we won't go into that. This is just for my personal learning purposes. So we have an E flat chord in the first chunk. Looking here at the second chunk, it is the exact same thing, so I don't have to worry about it. This chunk here, it changes to something completely different. And by looking at it, I can tell that there's I would assume this to be some kind of a 7, but I don't know. But based on this bass note, these are A's. This is an A, and that is an A. This A would actually be up here in the treble clef. That's where these extra lines come from. This is middle C, E, and that's your G line on the treble clef. So that's how this, I call this area here when you have notes like this, I call that the gray zone. There are notes that do overlap both from the treble to the bass and bass to the treble. So we have an A, and I think an A in E major is a 4th scale degree. So it's going to be, I don't know. I think a 4th scale degree or 4th chord in a minor key is a minor chord. This is stuff that I am really unfamiliar with. And this is stuff that I'm hoping we can address in music class with the preliminary studies. Okay, so we have an A. No, that's a C mate. That's a C. This is an A, and that is an E. So, and then this is an F. So I can stack these notes up here. And these are all the notes. I just rearranged them so they're all stacked up. So this is an F minor 7. I'm just going to write that down because I have really no other way of indicating it. I'm just going to put an F, little lowercase f, minor 7. Going to the next measure, we have an E minor again. So I could just indicate this. These markings that I'm putting in here, they may not be like authentically correct, but these are just, until I fully understand this more better, this is how I'm going to have to memorize this passage or these notes. So we have E flat minor, and I'm not writing out the flat because I already understand from the key signature that we are in the key of E flat. On top of that, I did write the E flat here, but for simplicity's sake, I could put a little flat there. The next chord we have is again an E flat, so that's easy. We don't have to mark anything. This one here, my neck is starting to get sore. I think next time I do this, I'm gonna have to somehow put the camera on the music desk and do it that way. So we have an E flat here. This next one, we have a B, an A, and an F. Some of these we will have to look in the bass to actually see what else is going on. So to complete this, we have a D natural. So we have a B, a D natural. The D natural comes from the bass, and the F. And then there's an A, which I think this is the 7 of this chord. So this is a B flat with a D natural. I think it's a B flat major 7, if memory serves me correct, but I don't know. But for now, that's what I'm going to write down. A capital B flat major 7. That's how I'm going to write that. And I would just have to memorize that the 3rd is not played in the hand. Moving on to the next chord. This is taking a very long time. Moving on to the next chord, we have a B, E, G. Oh, here we have a B. Where did it go? That's your B, G, E. If we take this E down the octave, we have a E, B, or E, G, B chord. E, G, B, I think that's your E flat minor again, if memory serves me correct. So I will just write this in, E flat. The next chord we have F. We could take this F here in the treble, this upper treble, and drop this down. So we have F, A, C. This is an F, A, C. This would be an F minor chord. So I would just write down that it's an F minor. And the next chord, we have a D natural here. We have an F. Oh, here we have a C. Oh, sorry, my head is exploding. We have a B flat, a D, and an F. A B flat, a D, and an F. A B flat, D, and an F. I think this is a B flat major. So again, I would just write down B flat major here. Oh, I gotta hold my paper. Okay, so that's your B flat major chord. And the last chord for this section that I'm wanting to look at is this. Looking at the bass note, we have an E, which is a really good sign. Looking at the notes themselves in the treble, we have a E flat and a G flat and a B flat. If you take this B flat and you move it up the octave, it completes the 3 notes of this E flat minor chord. And the cool thing is, this chord, if memory serves me correct, it is just repeated all the way through this measure. So I just have to learn the different, what they're called, inversions of this chord. So this is an E flat minor chord. So looking at this, I'm going to move this E flat actually up here while the other ones are. It's not focusing. Oh, and then I just wrote over my finger. Hold on. I just wrote over my finger. Hold on. Let me fix this. Okay, so I fixed it so I didn't have to write over my finger again. So looking at this, I can pretty much look at these symbols and easily block out the chords in blocked format and begin to work on learning this passage. I wanted to just get up to this hash mark, which is what I wanted to do for this piece. So I'm counting my work for this project for today done. I did want to just write that out. The thing I wanted to do with here is review it, but I have to go to choir. But what I could do is actually write in these markings. I had mentioned that I needed to feel this in groups of groups of 4 leading into the downbeat of the next group. So for this, I would basically just draw little arches and something like that. And these will basically help me to see where each of these little ditties are going. I'm not going to continue marking it because it gets a little hairy in the sense of I don't have room to mark everything. So to indicate that this pattern continues, I would put down SIM full stop. And then for the left hand, I could do the same thing underneath these notes. And then now here it gets a little wonky because he's got notes crossing between the 2 staves. So I think for this one, I will go and mark here. And then these I could easily just mark under each group. Normal notation, I think these would be actually placed up above, but it's just going to get too cluttered. But in general, these are going to be in groups of 3. And it's just going to continue. I'll just put down sim for the rest of this. And that is pretty much what I wanted to mark out for that. As far as review, I could quickly run to the piano, but it's at the other end of the church building. It'd be a whole lot quicker to access the piano than get to the organ. I don't know. That's what I wanted to mark out for that. So I got those marked out. I might get some time. Well, I could try to review some stuff at the choir. May not be much, but this thing I could go through and mark out chords again, but my neck is really sore, so I'm not going to do that right now. But this is another section where I could mark out chords. These are actually split between the 2 hands. These 2 notes are played with the right hand, and these 2 notes are played with the left hand. Your pedal your foot is still basically holding this note for a very, very, very long time. And then here it goes back to your tonic, which is your basically is your home note for the key. We will talk more about keys and home notes and dominance later, but I did get all my stuff put in a binder. I marked out the first couple chords for the etude. I got some of the phrasing marked out for the toccata, so I think that is where this will be. If I do by any chance get a little practice time at the keyboard, my shirt is on backwards, I think. If I do get practice time at the piano, I'll just probably tack it on at the end with no specialty or whatnot, but I do need to run off to choir, so I will talk with you guys later. If you want to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell for all notifications. I need to actually look at the notes. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Can't see the E flat. No, it should be do, ti, la, ti. Re, do, re, ti, mi, re, mi, do, mi. What is this? Re, ti, do, la. Re, ti, do, la. La, ti. Oh, last part is right. Nope. That's what that should be. La, sol, fa, sol. La, sol, fa, sol. It should be do, ti, la, ti. That doesn't sound right. That's why it didn't sound right, because I didn't play the right notes. It's really late. I can't focus on transposing. Notice how it's kind of cool depending on my freaking eyeballs. That's right, this is when the sequence is. So we got so if I were to start on here, la, sol, fa, sol, ti, la, sol, ti, or fa, whatever note it is. So that jumps. That's a new section. Okay, I'm gonna try to put doesn't matter what finger I use. I don't have a pencil here. No, I don't have a pencil. I like to write down 4s on all of these except the F. So, let me try from right hand is doing, actually this is left hand. I do know my left and right, I promise. Wait, this is when it jumps. This is when it jumps. That goes, it's a new section. Etc. Okay, let me try running the beginning of the passage to that point. Darn it. Sound right. Now you jump. Okay, I don't have a tempo thing with me. That should be in do. Huh?
You need a ride home?
Is Lisa still here?
No, everybody's gone upset.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know. I'm just waiting.
Okay, no,
Sure.
You need a ride home. I'll give you a ride home.
All right. I'll leave right now.
Okay, grab your stuff.